Welcome back everyone to the Complete Pineleaf. Today I'm going to need to plant some elven heraldry, but before I do that, I've got one more troll I need to kill, and I might as well take care of that right now before we worry about anything else. Who knows what this is going to lead to? A stunned Pineleaf, that's what it's going to lead to. Well, I am glad that the defenders here don't take away credit for the kill there, especially considering how close I was on it. That took care of the bounty, so that doesn't look like it's going to lead to anything new since that was just a bounty quest. What we do have is Mochdarga here, which I visited earlier. We also have that place I visited earlier. And apparently these are the two places where I need to bring the Elven Heraldry. Wish I had thought of that the last time I was here. But either I didn't think of picking up the quest at the time, or I had not yet done one of the prerequisites. That's always a possibility. Oh, I didn't need that side trip to kill a troll because one came to me just now. Well, I'm going to have to find a good place to plant a flag after this. And then I can get out of here to the other place. Then we could worry about the dwarf camp and, of course, the fires and all of that stuff. Ah, here we are. A good place to plop an elven flag. I mean, the orcs won't dare to pull this down, right? Of course not. And we can put Gilgalad's flag right over here. There you go. Now we just need a good place to put the heraldry of Lothlorien. I'm sure some place here would be really nice. I mean, doesn't this look like a nice place to put some Lothlorien heraldry? Well, I guess you have to clear out a few orcs. Hey, you know where there are any good trees at? That may be even a better place. Not exactly what I'll call trees, but it is visible from the trees, right? Yeah, perfect. Now, you'll just have to go to the other side of the road and plant a set of flags over there. I think Gilgalad likes making bold statements. So how about be really bold and plant his flag right over here? How's that for a bold statement? So I suspect this apprentice may object, but we could settle his objections well enough, right? There we go. And I suppose that the sorcerer could be even more objectionable. Yes, I find the behavior of the sorcerers to be most objectionable, if you ask me. And now it's your turn. Good. Now, let's find a good spot for the other two flags. Surely they'll never be able to remove it if I put it behind this wall. Well, they might try to remove me, but a banner? Nah. They wouldn't notice it, would they? Of course, the entire idea is for them to notice it, but that's an entirely different matter. There you go. Aaron Galand. And now for the other side. This place looks creepy enough and wooded enough. We even have real trees here. Perhaps they don't have any leaves on them, but it's probably the wrong time of the year. So that's it for that. So we could speak to Celeborn and be done with that. Flags planted, sir.
I have orders for you, soldier.
The banners now surround the lands of our enemies. It foreshadows the future, for soon it will be our armies that surround the foe and the end of the siege. Yes, we shall see about that. Now, with that done, I think we are through with this section, but I do have to return a port to Adambel. Now let's see what Anarian thinks about all of this. My brother Anarian and I had been called away, summoned by an urgent council. Ooh. I guess Taradil could answer our question, perhaps.
I came here to find you and bring you back with me.
My foster father and King Anarian have been summoned to an urgent council, and they would not tell me the reason. It may be nothing, or it may not. But that is not the matter that brought me here. I came here to find you and bring you back with me. Do you remember what my brothers and I discussed when we met at Dingarth? A curious number of soldiers had vanished from their posts in recent weeks, not simply while on patrol, but also within the safety of their own encampments. Deserters, or here thought, but the rest of us were not so sure. Well, now we have discovered evidence that these vanished soldiers might not have succumbed to cowardice after all. Let us go to Dingarth at once and meet with Virmakil, and you will hear what he told me. It may be that together we can solve this mystery, and if we act quickly, we may save some lives as well. Alright. So I suppose that we can do that. Now, where is this way? Alright, let's find Virmakil. Why, it's that he was going to be within the walls. Of course not. And that, of course, is because he's in Dingarth, not in Adambel. Hi there.
We are near to solving the mystery of our vanished soldiers.
Welcome back, my friend. I trust Tarandil told you that we might be near solving the mystery. It's true. How can I say these were no mere deserters? Yumiko raises his eyebrow, barely able to mask a grin. We have an onlooker, Warden. Someone who could spy on the latest disappearance without being seen. Someone who was beneath notice. One of your folk, actually. She saw everything. One of my folk. Yeah, that's, I guess, par for the course. Now, let's see. We have this one right here.
Who is this secret onlooker?
The secret onlooker is Tuka, the very matriarch of your people. Your folk are known to us for their skill at the arts of stealth, and in this case, she has seen something of great interest to the Alliance. Find her here in Dingarth and hear the rest of her story. She told me but a portion of it. In other words, she'll be better at telling me. She was reticent to tell me even that much. But since you're of her kind, she may be more willing to divulge the story entirely. Well, I will go and find Tuka. See what Tuka's wisdom has to offer. Ah, here she is. Hello there, ma'am.
I will tell you what I told them, and may the information be of use to you.
At last, a familiar face. When the sons of Isildur told me they befriended a goodly lass, I didn't think that it could have been you. I will tell you what I told them, but may the information be of some use to you. You well know we often underestimated by the big folk, and for that reason we can go where they might not, and remain below the notice of unobservant eyes. It's a useful skill, and one both you and I and others of our people have put to good use in the fight against Sauron and his armies. Let no one say that the whole Boodland have not lived up to their word, or carried their share of the war's burden. I was walking in the night air, looking forward to the comfort of sleep, when I heard the voice of a man of Gondor. His words were low and indistinct. It took me some time to find the speaker. He was stretched out in his bedroll like many other soldiers sleeping nearby, but unlike these others, he muttered in his sleep. He sat up all of a sudden, giving me quite a fright, and I greeted him, but he saw me not. Judging from his speech, he thought that he heard a woman's voice he recognized, that of a sweetheart from home, seemingly. He walked out of the camp, stepping over the bodies of his sleeping fellows. By now my curiosity was well and truly wakened, and I followed him at a safe distance. Outside the camp, far from the guards or the light of the torches, he was attacked and subdued by a pair of Moradrim. They were well armed, with dangerous-looking knives. I dare not risk making myself known, so I could not rescue him, but I did follow him for some time. They got too near to Amanfuin, and I had to give up the pursuit, but I know what I needed to tell someone what I saw. These Moradrim used some trickery to lure him from the safety of his camp. Who can say what evils await him within Amanfuin? That is all I know. But Amanfuin is well defended, and the sons of Isildur should beware of that place. They don't have the skills of our people, after all, and I would think twice or thrice before going there myself. I've been there twice, so it sounds like now I have to go there thrice. Ah.
Tuka's words make it clear.
Yes, the missing soldiers are not cowardly deserters. Nay, they were ensorcelled by the cultists of Sauron we call the Mordorim, and brought to Amanfuin, the Gloom Hill, for some fell purpose. They may still be alive. My father is in council, and there is no one else to attempt to rescue. You must help me and my brothers save these missing men. Omar pauses, his expression conflicted. I must tell you something, friend, and I beg that you keep it in confidence. It's this. We should not ask my foster brother Tyrandil to accompany us on this errand. Like my older brother Melardrim and my cousin Mendelmir, Tyrandil was born in Numenor, where he was given the birth name Adunzangar. His father, his real father, mind you, was a cruel man named Urizagar, the Sword of the Sun. He was a captain general of the fleet, and he worshipped at Sauron's altar. He wished for his son Adunzagar to follow him on his evil path, but his wife wanted only happiness for her son. Abrazani she was called, and she was a friend in childhood to Isildur and Anarion. She pleaded for them to take her son with them on the ships and escape to have that doom. But Abrazani was betrayed by the servants of Uzagar, and when the great waves sank Numenor beneath the sea, Abrazani perished. But in this, at least, let the wife of the cruel Uzagar find happiness. For her son Adnuzagar escaped on the ships to Middle-earth, and when they arrived safely on these shores, my father took him as his ward. To protect the boy from the suspicions of good folk and Sauron's servants alike, he set aside Adnuzagar's birth name. Henceforth he was called Taradil, foster son of the king, and for all my life I knew him as an older brother. He has my love, and always will. Orenthar looks away, sorrow etched upon his face. He drags his booted feet in the dirt when he faces you again with his expressions hardened. He is my brother in all things, friend, save blood. It is not Isildur's blood that runs through his veins, but that of Urizagar. His father worshipped at the altar of Sauron. What if that weakness lies within Tarandil even today? These Mordrim are cultists of Sauron, and I fear my foster brother might succumb to their whispers, their temptations, where the rest of us would not. Keep this in confidence, and tell Tarandil none of this. But return to Vemikil with Tuka's wisdom, and my own. You must rescue these soldiers of Gondor, but if the Mordrim are involved, we will not involve my foster brother in this adventure. I wish I could say Mordorim properly sometime, because I seem to be getting it off quite a number of times. Well do I remember the words of Arbrazani. Even now they move me to pity and to grief. It appears the Mordorim and Famanfuin are involved.
You see, it is as I thought all along.
Soldiers of Gondor have been encircled by the Mordorim, and it is up to us to save them if we can. You and I will do this, with Ornahir on our side. We will leave Tarandil behind, and there's no need to wake him, not so near to his birthday. What's that? Tuka thinks it would be foolhardy for us to brave Amafuin? Well, I thank her for her stealth, but her wisdom she can keep. You need not fear with us. Ornahir and I are of Isildur's bloodline, friend, and we will protect you. I've been in there twice without your help. You do realize that.
Make your preparations, and tell me when you are ready to depart.
Outside of Barad-dûr, the Gloom Hill of Amanfuin is one of the last places still held by Sauron. We must not fear it, but we should be prepared for anything. Anything. Well, let's go then, see why things are quiet.
All is quiet, and our victory will soon be at hand. And to think you doubted this would be easy.
All is quiet, but do not trust the stillness. There will be lookouts up ahead, and we should dispatch them as quickly as they can raise the alarm. Are you ready? Alright, I suppose I'm ready. We had to do this in the rain, did we? Oh well. Keep an eye out! Yeah, I'm sure the Great Eye is keeping an eye out. There you go. And now for you. Next. Another lookout. Then we'll have a chance to report that all is well. Well, more well with us than with them, but that's a slightly different point of view. Now, here we go. Fewer guards here than there were last time. I know I can say it was quiet, but this is curiously so. Where are the guards? Where are the true warriors? I don't know. I expected trolls. Actually, I didn't see any trolls here last time I was here. Bother. But I saw plenty of black Númenóreans. Wait, someone comes. Not within the keep, but without. What? It's an elf! Moggle dear? I saw you from afar, friend, and came to lend you what assistance that I might. And this too, a warning against the course. Was this excursion to Amanfuin your idea, or that of the sons of Isildur? It is true that there is less activity here than there was of late, but Amanfuin is still a place of evil, and will not be undefended. This seems to me to be an unwise course, and I beg you to convince these two to turn back, for the Great Alliance will be worse off should something befall them. Well, I've been in here twice, but then I am one of the Hoblithen, so they may have just relatively ignored me. There's always a possibility. Margulier's warning is well intentioned, but you must understand that we cannot allow good soldiers of the Alliance to remain in torment within Amanfuin. We have no choice. It is up to Isildur's sons to save them, and we will not shrink from that purpose. I wish I knew about these the last time I was in here freeing the elves who were captured. I fear no darkness! That was unexpected. I suppose we need to follow them. Their father would not look very kindly upon us were they to abandon them now, although it seems to the observer that they were the ones who abandoned us. Even so, this is our duty. Follow me, Meon. There we go. Orcs up ahead! They'll hinder the retreat of the sons of Isildur. Well, we'll hinder the activities of the orcs. Orcs? Where'd all the Black Numenorians go? And the Mortarim. This place was filled with them. Just a couple of orcs? Ah! Here are the expected Mortarim. Hi there. Not just orcs, but... Well, I was expecting Mortarim, if you ask me. Now, there are a few more here. Yeah, look at this. Cultists all over the place. I hear shouting to the west. Well, we'll take care of that in a moment. Maybe this is a trap of some sort if the path back is suddenly being blocked when they came through here apparently without any... Oh, look at this. Are you prepared to die, Mortarim witch? Be cautious, friends. This is Iridani's Stonemaid, and she is most deadly. The elf has heard of me. You would be wise to heed his warning. We are not afraid of you or your master. Where are the soldiers that you abducted? What soldiers are those? The men who come to Sauron's service come willingly, as do we all. Kill them, my servants. Kill them for Sauron! Yes, Mistress Iridami. Iridami. Obviously, before she became all fire. Your lackeys are no match for us, Iridani Stone Maiden. These orcs will prove too much for you. Bring me their heads! Slay them yourself! What? What? I am not dying for some Gurzu witch. She's already a Gurzu at this time? Alright. To me, boys! Well, Iridani, what have you got to say now? A pox on them! I did not need these cowards before, and I do not need them now. I will slay you myself and exult in your demise. And I'll bring you to Sauron myself. Well, we know that we don't kill her simply because we know what happens to her in the future. Alright. Farewell, Iridani. Your life is at an end. Hold, my friend. She's defeated. But she lives and should not. I'll remedy that now, Onaher. Fear not. Vermikill, stay your killing blow. She poses no further threat. I seek no mercy. Magaldir, she's evil! Killing her now would make us no better than orcs. Fool! Run away! Run away! You'll rue the day that you not slay Uridani Stone Maiden. Run away! Run away! Well, that was poorly done, Magaldir. Mercy must never be a mistake, Vermikill. Well, she's gone now, and our missing soldiers are beyond our help. I hate to leave without the success for which we had hoped, but I will see no other choice. There's no sign of our missing soldiers, and from the words of Uridani Stone Maiden, I fear that we're not likely to see them again. Magaldir should not have had to spare her. If she works some mischief upon the works of the Great Alliance, it will be upon his head and no other. Let us leave this place, friend. It is not safe to remain here, no matter the unusual quiet. Yes, let's get out. Perhaps the Order of the Eye are the defendants of the Mortareem. I guess that's always a possibility. But what does Tarandil have to say about all this? We'll have to find that out in the next episode of The Complete Pineleaf.